telling you, they're lucky I don't have a girl. Cause I tell my little girl, look, you have a sting gun on this side and on this side. And let me tell you something. And I tell them, you need to shot that motherfucking ass if I have a little girl. They'd be like, hold up. That's how you gonna get your attacker. You gotta be able to tell them that to get their ass with their attacker. You gotta be able to do those things with those formats. Right? I'll be right back. Hey, now people don't know when we was passing CDs out in the community and Mirza got robbed of it. And I told him like, I needed to be there with y'all because I need y'all sight because the enemy's watching. I know that when I was in the mall and I was talking to people and seeing the spiritual behavior. So it's a reason why I told my friends, Raphael and everybody, that they was going around events. We was going around events and making money off the CDs. We had Target Street, we had Wish Your Head Wood. We all had all that. But I was trying to tell Mirza I wanted him to have his own thing. But I had to tell Rick, don't hang out with people. It got people that work for these street niggas acting up. They watching and observing. Your thing is not to be violent with them. They watching. They watching. Right? And like literally, now. Like literally, hey, and I told him that they watching you dumbass niggas. Hey, hey, I ain't dumb at like a long shot. Trust me, guys. Trust me. Yeah, but that's what I did. I had to tell my enemy. I wanted to hang out with my friend Rafi, and I had to tell him about the situation because the enemy is there. I wanted to hang out with him. We was passing our CDs, going to events, and doing all of that in 2019. He got robbed after he had all of that money. So, and the people that hung out him got paid somebody to rob him. And the thing is, I told him what was going to happen. If he's going to cry about it, they robbed me out the Music Money CD that you made. And this model girl in Dallas, she's a black, she on Mirza's Facebook, and she talking about, he lying to me and say, Hubert, I support you. I don't know what you're hearing. I'm seeing these things I'm seeing you communicate with these Dallas women. but you lied to me. Say you down. No, I have your back. No, I don't know what you know. You listening to the streets. You care about a come up. And that's what's going to get you.
You can't help people that are committed to being pessimistic. Some people just love having a problem with anything they can get their hands on.
I believe you on that one. Nah, but I tell her, I like her in that conversation, man. I like her in that conversation. Um, you know, I have talked to people in Chicago, New York, Detroit, LA with talent, and everybody wish that I'd make it. Where you want to go, Hubert? What you want to do? And one thing when I get on live and I get on other, I don't talk about is the time that I get on there and I get on first screen and they say, Hubert, stop the music. I would play my song. Everybody started using this guy named Kevin. He's a big artist. He had this thing on Live Me, but he picked other people with jealousy. And you got to watch out for artists. They say they are part of God, but they not, and they choose the wrong. And Live Me did that. And one of the things I had to make sure that I understand the business. I know Live Me had a problem of telling people doing this. And I say, I'm about to fix this. I'm about to fix this problem right now of Live Me bad behavior. And, bad behavior. So I had to understand why you canceling my broadcast for no reason. On Live Me, and I've been on Live Me a while, and I just got back on there. And Trump been had my accounts. Not a network. Senators got my account. And all of those things. Joe Biden and all the rest of them. So the thing is, people are taking you for granted. And they think they're entitled into somewhere. We've been putting in the work. I'm playing music, and I've been putting in the work. And people in Tennessee, Chicago, New York, shout out to Bambi. I got it on something. But and I'm watching people with artwork, talent, Jamaica, all over these things. But those things we had to understand in those format is not about you saying, it's about the connection. That what matters the most than any of your lies or what you tell Trap or Freddie. Is about the connection. And I'm not gonna take a courtroom that taunts and antagonist and want me to do business with them. And the mayor did what he did. That's not professional. And when I left the Corps in May the 17th, the dude's spiritual side was antagonizing me. He thinking the game and antagonizing me. And Boosie laughing right now because he getting away with racism and lies. So that was a one-time thing I asked Joe Biden. And these niggas, instead of doing it, they want to get to know that's not going to happen that way. We in overseas and doing all that. It's not going to happen though with you non-believers and God. Because the same niggas that they doing that stuff, man, because they got their homeboy in jail with that bull crap. That was a one-time thing with that lying Boosie. That was a one-time thing. When I asked Joe Biden and Senator Harris and to ask him to spray to the prison and tell Boosie something for me. That was a one-time thing. And you ain't doing it, and they still trying to do it. Instead of lying. And y'all believe in these niggas. So you instead of lying, baby, I don't see the money, baby. Until I see money in my hands, I ain't trying to kick it. I ain't trying to do none of that. And I ain't trying to act like I'm hard. I'm being me. You hear me? I ain't trying to do none of that with you. But just let me get my justice from Yellow Breeze in them. And you say, if I can't take a lot, baby, you better stay the fuck away from me because you're going to end up dead in that jailhouse, be put to death by the Justice Department. And the only way you're not going to be put to death, Yellow Breezy, because they got a racist agenda. They got a racist agenda. So The only way you not, I want everything that you took. And plus, I want everything that you took. And Boosie with his line stuff. That's a pitiful person. That's pitiful. You just pitiful, man. You're pitiful. Y'all just pitiful. And I just sued BT. How about that? How about that? I want BT to know of my action with that racist yellow breezer in that city that caught antagonist. You scared of your little brother MO3. You dumb and retarded. And terrorism, right? And Trap Boy Freddy gonna talk about, oh, we did nothing wrong. Shut up, lie. You was a part of it to come up. You antagonate with the community because you got a problem. And this is about their tax dollars and that Social Security worker. I'm handling everything with that situation. I'm handling it. So I'm going to handle you, and I'm going to handle Charles, and I'm handling Walmart and what word that was said. 1216, the store, and I'm asking them to look at all 3 cameras from all 3 stores that I went at in Addison, and I'm suing them for $30 million apiece from all 3 stores. We done with them, right? God said they don't need me. They said they didn't need me. But God said, I don't need you, racism. God said, when we leave with God. God said, I leave in the spirit. I want these monopolists to see my enemy. I want these satellites to see my enemy. I will see my enemy by spirit. But I want to tell Texas something. When we leave, I take God with me in the spirit. You have your people, they will still worship God when they not believe. But God said, you leave with me. And I'm with you while they people lie. You leave with me. I want my justice from all 3 Walmart. I told them what happened at all 3 Walmart. I want my justice from it. I want my money from it. You say you don't need me? I want Walmart to hit me. You say you don't need me? Racism? You say you don't need me? Racism? That's the thing. You care about your money more than you do the people. But God say, what if we build the same rules that you do, but we do it better than you? God said, what if I build a Walmart and I do it better than you, right? But I have regular employees, but I have them working with them and I pay them, right? Which is nothing I won't get my employees when they understand teamwork. It's nothing. It was nothing. I won't give them a 50-cent raise, $1. There's nothing that I would give them when they understand teamwork. And that's the model I would give. Understanding teamwork, working with anybody. And that's the model. And I won't just give them a 50 cent, $1. No, I give you a $5 raise. I do it bigger and better than you. The thing is, God says, it's always about doing something bigger and better when it's time to give your employees raises. Not a 50-cent raise, $1 raise. I give them a $5 raise. I do Walmart bigger and better than you ever is. But they need you, right? Like I told that Walmart employee, you want to show that you're in power. I want out of that contract if you at the office and y'all agreeing with it. You took my ideas and you know you took it. They gonna figure it out, right? I have gave them enough time already. But that Justice Department that says something, black, white, color, it doesn't matter, I'm out to get their ass. That is a racist move. You do stuff by law. But Texas ain't playing by law, and you ain't playing by law. And the senators ain't playing by law where racism at. So what I'm about to do, you said some racist words when Texas ain't playing it fair. And the mayor lying. Ask about those calls. I had to figure out more about the business. You get $3,500 for each of your songs. I gave you my network. I gave you my platforms. I gave you the people that I communicated with. I connected with. What else you want? They say, Hubert, I hope you make it. But God said, is always a hater. And that money, people don't always want to invest in you. But we have to understand what jealousy and liars, the manipulation in the business. And God said, even though you putting yourself in there, one kid want to say, I want to support you. Where I put I want to just bam, bam, bam. But there can always be a hater or somebody that's causing conflict in the revenue of the situation of what we're talking about to understand it. So I had to understand what the meaning of those things. And understand the meaning of those things and how we stand. But I talk to people all over. I have seen Trump knows it. I talk to people in the UK, Russia, Bosnia, I've seen talent all over. And you telling me that you're a liar, but you don't understand it? And Dallas, no, I want Judge Kennedy arrested. And I want the mayor taken down. But if you don't put him down, that's a racist act. You see, I found out about the 14th Amendment. And you got the nerve to open your mouth again about things you should not be opening about. I got food between my teeth. But you just showed me you by law, but why they ain't playing it by law? Why the mayor ain't playing it by rules? Why Social Security hang up in our face when we want to be listened to? But if I can talk to people from New York and all over, and they're not the only state that have a problem with neglect and abuse and treating bad, when you want us to stick by the rules, the business got to stick by the rules. Don't fake your love for us and want us there. I just sued Ticket to Work program, right? You want to play with Fight Your Racist Community? Want to play with this? Let's do this. You want to make a complaint? Ticket to Work program, guys. So you want to complain and look at the DFW airports, right? I give you enough time, right? You started this. You started this because you wanted to hear you care about them more than when you want to hear us out. Their opinion matters more. And I see what you stand for. You talk about, I've been participating my whole life. I used to watch my Auntie Shirley, my mom, I go through the Superdome, and they wave at me. I've been participating my whole life. Millions have always came and saw me when I was in New Orleans. But you think I had to understand what those things, what the concept or what those things about? We talking about moving, we talking about different topics on those things. I told kids in school, if I went to school with you and I had to go to school with you, I wear some Payless shoes. I won't have no jewelry on. The thing is to make your enemy look like you don't have it. When I was over the bridge, maybe Adam Sandler, when he was at school and the kids peed himself, they made everybody, Adam Sandler did the same thing, right? So when Adam Sandler complained to me, he had to go back to school and the kids peed his pants at the school, but he took his thing and he put water on there and make it seem like it was cool. Right now, I got two down shoes. Really, I just brought them. My son wrecked them up. I don't got jewelry as them. I ain't flashing my money, but that not should matter. The way you handle yourself and where you approach. Don't focus on the ones with the jewelry and the money. Focus on the ones that keep going and all about that. Because if you focus on them with the jewelry and the money, you'll never be successful. Your goal is to focus on the one that don't have it the most and ain't stunting. like that because that guy said I don't even look like it when I pass the bridge. If I was in school with y'all right now, kids, I have some Payless shoes, I have some light up shoes, and I have some light up shoes, and I shop at Walmart. People know me in Carrollton, like Ricky cousin Cody. He worked for Walmart. Cody and all of that. He worked for Walmart. I heard him a long time ago say something. Ricky cousin Cody, he's white. And I heard him say something. You always changing your style. I never know how you figure out. I go to the mall and I get these vests these vests. And we go to Old Navy and we shop in the Galleria Mall with my class and I go get a vest. And if it's summertime, I'm gonna wear a sleeve and I got a vest and I got my little vest, a little jacket, a little vest, and I zip it up. And Bow Wow and them had those vests very popular. The little vest, not like a sleeve vest, and it's like a zipper, but it's not like a bulletproof vest. It's something that you can style with. And I go to Old Navy and I shop in the mall, in the top of the mall, and I'm always looking at these vests, and I'm always changing things up. And right now we still trying to figure out how we can change more of it up and understanding things that we understand, right? So those are the things with that situation. But I've been connecting and they put me through a lot I should not have to go through. I should not have to go through. And it's Trump had my accounts. Not a net worth center. And a person will lie because they don't want to get caught at what they did me. I'm not hanging out. I'm not trying to work at a job. We're going to do us. I'm not trying to do none of those things. And I'm going to tell the Justice Department, you say you didn't need me, right? I don't need you. God say, I don't need your racism. But it's going to take me time to build stores, right? So the understanding of that, what we deal with in those formats, customers, people that say they need stores, why they close, because they think about themselves. You got to understand it. They don't care about what another customer's going through. When I sat with Xavier, and Xavier treat me bad, the customer's spirit behavior with Xavier, you're going to have to identify what they did. So we're going to have to identify those meanings of those behaviors. Right? And we need to make it a law. Any employees, black or white, saying racist thing towards a disability, they need to be arrested. That's where we need to make it a law. It doesn't matter if you work there. You need to be arrested for racism. Black employee or any of them. Antagonating is what's going on. When I was at this Walmart over there, my antagonating. A person will laugh and antagonate you while they did something to you that day. And when you come back in Walmart, they will keep doing it and antagonate. It doesn't matter if we complain as a customer, but it matters at the antagonation keep going on after we make that complaint. So we have to understand these customers care about themselves when they want their Walmart, but other people's voices not being heard in that format. And you have to, I care about my respect. I care about how I get treated. And I'm to a point where I'm not willing to go to Walmart anymore and go to any of those things. I'm really going to the civil rights of the Justice Department and write down everything. I'm not willing to call you about, and they say nobody cares about that stuff. I was in data training. Nobody cares about that stuff but you. But if you want to get treated bad and people care about themselves and this and that, let me tell you something. I'm talking to this kid over there. He talks about 9/11. I say 9/11 could have been avoided. He said, I don't think it had. Yeah, if we would have looked out for the spirit of everyone. If everybody would have loved each other and did the things that we needed to do, and saw the facial expression of the spirit of the body motion. Something, now it doesn't matter what they have on, but something is not right in the body or the spirit of what we observe and what we do about those things and how we do things. So we have to understand those things and those platforms and how those things is in those format plans. If I was in school, I'd wear some pretty school. I have a little fake little chain on. If that was and y'all have a chain with me. It's not about those things. It's to let your spirit shine. People gonna criticize you all day long. That's just the way it is. When I was in New Orleans before I left in Metairie, I found out I wasn't even supposed to be in high school. And I found out that when they started, and it wasn't adding up in the New Orleans school system, and they started talking to the Texas school. No, he's in the, he don't. And I was on a middle school campus, on a high school. You got a middle school campus, you got a high school campus. My cousin that's here, they left before I did. When I graduated after that, a year later after they left. So I was in middle school. So, I was on a middle school. If I would have stayed in Plano, I would have went to the same school they went to. And those are the things, if my cousin, they from here, and they stayed here. They're from New Orleans, but they stay here. So I would have went to the same, but that didn't go there when I moved to Carrollton. So things turned a little different from that format. We would shine. We would do things bright. We would have fun. We would do all of those things. But I tell these kids, I had a problem with borrowing numbers. I got to borrow that number. I got to do. The thing is about mathematics, money. And what I had to do to learn how to count money, my teacher would tell us to write the timetables, get to like 5, 10, 15, 20 timetables, and we will put the money aside the timetables. Right? The ones are different. But if you got 5s and 10s and 15s and 20s, we're going to put the 5s under the 10s timetables. No, the 5 under the 5. Like the thing, you know what I mean? Under the 10s. That's another 5. Another 5. 10. Then another 5 is 20. I'm trying to get you. We're going to use the 5s. My teacher used to give me 30 sheets of paper. And she used to tell me, Hubert, I want you to count all your 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 120, 130. And sometimes she would get me to count to 30,000. And sometimes, if we didn't finish in that first period of class, I have to do it at the end. We all learning, and sometimes I use material things. And I told my son, in mathematics, you can use things in your house. Your house is your playground. And my teacher taught me that too. My things, if I'm not using marks and lines, that division, all of those things, those equations and all those things, I can division and lines and all of those things. Your house is your math thing. And we often don't realize something where you're running out of hands. All right, you're running out of hands. All right, let's use these things to count what you mean. Those things can help us in a major way. And I tell these other kids I don't like it. I had a problem. I had like 4 more years left of Miss Lynn. Miss Lynn had an evaluation. She said, Hubert, do this. But she know, Hubert, she looked at me and said, Hubert, you know that damn thing. But when kids tell me on my thing, I don't feel like doing it, don't talk about school. I understand how you feel when I had to borrow a number. I can do it again. It ain't nothing for me to go get a map book and go to Bose and Noble. I'm going tomorrow morning. I'm going up there to the library get my thing. But it ain't nothing to go up to Bose and Noble, get some cards, and start getting the mathematics books and start borrowing numbers. Miss Linda, like, she looked at me that last 2 weeks, and she like, you know that damn. I hate that I had to put a number on the top of a number, and I had to. Then if you have to put another number, you have to put it on that. Those are the things that we have to understand, right? Those are the things that we have to understand in the concept of it. One thing I remember when I was on the West Bank and I figured out something that was in there. On the West Bank, I used to step on all 50 states. Now my nanny stayed right between the fence by the gym. And my nanny was the type of person that had a lot of plastic on her furniture. Lord have mercy, Larry on and all the rest of them. Oh, my nanny used to, oh man, like when we cut up in school, she used to come and get us. Oh, she come to write to Berman, and when my mama used to work, and oh man, like it ain't nothing for her to come right, and she stayed right by the gate where the playground at, the gym and there, and at the right, and you got the gate, and she stayed right there, and she was a neat. My nanny had plastic on everything with my auntie Laura, and if we raise something on the plastic, we get it. We get it. We get it. Oh man. They did not allow us to, oh boy, my nanny, boy, look. My auntie Laura, I love her and I miss her. And my cousin Chad, he in Arlington, and we growed up, and sometimes we used to be at home. But my cousin Chad, and I love him, I miss my auntie Laura. My auntie Laura sent something to me while when I was in Atlanta, and she said something to take care of your responsibility with my grandma, and she said something before she died when she sent that gift to me. Just make sure your kid and be there for me and take care of, and that's what she said before she died to me. While she sent me the gift, and I talked to her and things, and my cousin Chad had every damn game, Sega Genesis, um, um, man, Nintendo. He had everything, and we used to sit over there and sleep at the couch. But man, my cousin Chad had everything. My auntie Laura worked mighty hard, and those things, man, where and you got to understand when my auntie Laura, she don't play either, and my auntie Laura had challenges, and she used to tell me, Hubert, I understand where you're coming from, and she when T-Pain was going through something, his auntie knocked his head down, and my auntie Laura did the same thing, and they had to climb through the balcony to get her to go through that, you know. It was so much more different than that with me, and because my auntie Laura would make grits, cheese grits for me. We both love Red Lobster. We both love Red Lobster. Red Lobster, me and her both love it, and thing, but you know, and she's a great cooker too. My mama cook, but my auntie Laura cooker, and all the rest of them, man, we all love. And my auntie Shirley have these little cupcakes that she make, and she don't really do events no more like she used to do it, and have get-togethers anymore like she used to do it. And that's the baddest thing right now, where in New Orleans, where she used to get together and do like Thanksgiving parties, and she don't do that no more. And that's one of the things I hate when I go by my auntie Shirley, and she don't really do it anymore. And while we was in New Orleans, she don't really do it. Like if she did it now, we would come down there, but she don't really do it no more. And she had these little things that she make, and all of those things, and oh man, her cooking too is good. My Auntie Shirley cooking is good. Now I would love for her and Chris and the rest of them to come together, and my stepdad and them, and come together to do a business. Boy, that would be good as hell. Man, everybody, me and Chris used to tell me, I need you to take this fish. I love catfish. I'm from New Orleans. But Lord, Grizz, man, look, Grizz, man. Grizz cooked some catfish. And we already know when Grizz out there in the catfish. We already know when Grizz out there in the catfish. Those things had to understand, and those things in there, right? But Grizz was my mentor. He was my mentor. And if J-Lo said something about who you want at your corporate office, I would like Grizz if anybody can find, because he was really my mentor. He took me across the street at the other building, across the street from 1216. He took me to Home Depot, and we picked out tools. He wanted to show me, and I wanted him to know all that work you worked on me, it didn't go unnoticed. And you gotta all that work that you worked on me, it didn't go unnoticed. All the time you put into me, Chris, and it didn't go unnoticed. And I respect him more than I respect Charles. And they're gonna be able to see the spiritual side when Charles racism walked away from me. And even when I was shopping there, they need to look at that. When I stopped hanging out with Raymond. Like, people don't know I was still in school, like, literally. Like, I was still in school with Jasmine. Everybody don't know me. Like, I'm still in school, like, literally still in school. Like, nobody understands these things. And really, when you would take the work program and you're in school, that ties with the school. So we're moving on up, and people don't know that, like, literally, how I was able to keep going like the way I do. And people don't know, like, Ticket to Work program. And I don't know if they really know that, but that ties into the moving on up in school and transitioning after you get out the Mary Grimes in there. After you get out the Mary Grimes in there. Now, Angelica used to get on me because Demira got robbed out of stuff. I get some bro shot. Rest in peace to my brother. Bro, Marcus, I love you to death. Thank you for giving me that dream. If Danny would have known and Miles would have known what the dream I had, Miles and Danny and bro, I had a dream about my boy Marcus. He died of cancer. And Danny gave him his thing, but that still wasn't enough to save him. Like, it still wasn't enough to save Marcus. And even though he gave him his kidney, it still was enough to save him. And I had a dream that bro said, I stamp certify you. Demir got robbed by Newman Smith, Demir's friends that went to Newman Smith. And Demir comes straight up when I'm giving him weed, and I go, Marcus was, before bro died, he always give me extra. I never had to put in more than I should, and he always give me extra. So I put in a little extra for you. And but you handing people weed and stuff, and they getting robbed of it. You know, you come, then you want me to put you on more, and you get mad at me. What makes you think you ain't gonna get robbed again? Where Demir friends from Newman Smith rob you again? I'm still in school, and nobody understands these things of the concept of it. I was even still protected when I was at U-Haul and Mary Grimes on any school game. People don't even know the things that, because that ties into the Ticket to Work program, the school. They don't even know, they filled out a job. The guy said one time in an interview, and I remember I had to talk to Miss Laura Lee. I had to talk to Miss Melanie. I had to do all of these things when they're not being that talkative from the Ticket to Work program. And we have to do more of the talking of them just filling out the application. I don't see what you're doing, Governor Abbott. I don't see what you're doing, and Governor Abbott don't understand it. I don't see what Ticket to Work program doing. I don't see what you're doing, and we got to put up with all the nonsense. I don't see what you're doing. And I had a girl in Dallas, she got 3 babies. And another girl that used to go on call with Albert in Dallas. And we used to walk the streets in Carrollton. She come and get me in her car, and she helped me with food. But the intimidation of the connection of everybody looking at us, it made us uncomfortable. In Carrollton, Texas, I'm in library. This black girl come from Dallas. I forgot her name. And it made us uncomfortable because everybody looking at intimidation. A woman got to be strong. I told my brother, I can't be the only one dealing with Sabina and dealing with them. Christina, we by the 7-Eleven, she let another friend intimidate her. A woman has to know her power with her man. I told my brother, I can't be the only one that's strong in this relationship. And I had to talk to my brother. And we understand, say, Hubert, I'm sorry for the thing and all of that. But we can't be the only one that's strong in this relationship. I've ever, and I have to answer to people, and I'm like, hold up. You really trying to insist on Social Security? I can let certain people get away with stuff. When we decide to walk away from nonsense and a society decide they want to speak up, and that's what y'all did. When we walk away from racism and then you start asking questions, right? The racism society of the black and white, right? But Governor Abbott got the pair of price because you did what you wasn't supposed to do with Trump. But you care about your community and listening to them. But when it comes to disability, we don't matter. Our point of views don't matter how we being treated. And how we been treated, that don't matter how we been treated. So I had to understand those things where I'm getting tired of giving you chances. And Governor Abbott put that stunt in that mall. No, you want to play? Let's play it. God said, I told you when I was at Newman Smith, I learned about the ledger. You know why I worked with that guy in Baltimore? I said, whether we wore that when I worked when I was 14, I don't know about that, right? You can't even award me, acknowledge me working at 14, 15 at Big Lots where they take from us while we worked. Right? But you can't acknowledge me for it. Me and this guy in Baltimore all good about it. And we're going to have a conversation why they always winning And we have to lose most of the time. God tell me something. Y'all are taking y'all gifts for granted. And God said, I can give it to the ones that really cry out for me the most. That guy said on the show, he said, oh, Ant Baker, you the Ant Baker. He better watch when he's sitting up there with 40 and 50-year-old people. He better watch what he say. Because you don't do what God tells you to do. You the Ant Baker. You know God's different things. You see things and you see the world, but you use his name for profit gain, but you don't acknowledge what you see to address it. And those things have to be where you a problem, where you make it for profit and you so busy paying attention to yourself. You the Ant Baker. You the manipulator that's getting where you're trying to go. And those format, this guy, he got black dread. Stop it. What God said, what you know what you see. The reason why we are mental, because we know what we go through, we know what we see out the spiritual behavior. And that's the biggest threat that we have in that. No, a lady gonna get on the news and say, I never noticed nothing. You're a liar. You choose not to notice nothing. You choose to lie in front of the TVs and lie about what you know, what you see, and that's why you mental. That's why you suffer. We are the fault that we put ourselves in the depression that we are in. We are fault that we put ourselves in that depression that we are in, and we don't know how to wake up to it because you're scared because our other black people want to terrorize us. And 9/11 could have been avoided. And it could have, if you would have carefully, and Ice Cube said, they're trying to make us care. And another black guy, he got on TV and YouTube, and you are giving him that, you're giving that enemy that fire because he don't want you to care. A guy got on Dallas in 2000, all that good won't be good for society. God said, you don't want America to have peace and everybody to be winning? You don't want that. You the way you think, you don't want everybody to be winning in America. The way you think, the way you see the world, you don't want us to be winning. And that's what he said in 2000, the black guy, all that goodness won't be good for America. No, you don't want every America to win. And one guy said, you trying to make America, yes, we all can be right there, but the understanding of those platforms that you don't understand, you're not willing to believe that we all deserve to win with God. We all deserve to have those things, to understand those prospers and those things. Nobody should not be jealous of having them. You know, I read a story about Drake and Kanye West when they were signed. He wanted to sign. He felt, now if I was signed to Kanye West, I'd be like, I'm going to stay humble. My thing is to listen to Kanye West. When I stay with that, right? That's my thing. If I'm signed to good music, right? That's my thing. If I'm on Kanye West team, to listen, not to argue. And my thing is with Kanye West, I have to understand Kanye West been in the business long, and you have to understand that. Matter of fact, if Kanye West, no, you never bite the hand that been in the business. Everybody say they don't want you to win; they want to take your loss. Can you maintain while you on Kanye West label? That's the goal. Can you maintain and listen and tell you this way to move and this way to move and that way to move? Can you listen while you maintaining? I listened to somebody with a woman that was signed with Rockefeller. She wanted to get out of her contract. But you think Young Jeezy artists, they didn't want you to win. Is you producing and keep coming out? Are you slacking? What are you doing? Are you slacking? You got to find you something to do. It's not that he don't want you to win. I worked at Toys R Us. And Miss Brittany and them in Louisville and all the rest of them, you know, they really wanted me there, and they called and checked up on me, everything in Louisville before it closed down, right? But they saw me slacking, and I had to tell them, can you give me some more hours while I go through the transition with Walmart, through Social Security? And they saw me, when I approached them and I asked them, they started giving me more hours. I never had a problem with Toys R Us. So I want to open up a Toys R Us one day. And I would love my son to work there because they know how to be a family. Nobody, and I was able to take that bending. I wish this person in Louisville was here when he left to know that his work, what he taught me, didn't go in vain. The bender. Oh man, I wish he was so here. Robert Face was jealous. He don't even know. Like the bender at Louisville, when he taught me somehow to bend, how to stock more at a faster pace, and we all learn our own way. And we had the same thing that Walmart got the letters, and we all learned our own way at Toys R Us. We started at Toys R Us to put letters in there. And we started to use that by the letters and the alphabet and the numbers. So when we get the products and all of those things in Louisville, and I got to thank them because they called and asked, they was worried about me. But I was going through Social Security, and me being up there I didn't have the funds, and I'm doing this in Social Security, and I'm going through racism. Toys R Us wasn't a problem. And I was going through certain things. The train on one at a certain time, these things causing problems. Even the DFW people that work at DFW and they maintenance, they're having problems because they got to be there at 4-something o'clock at the airport. And the train don't run to about 6-something to get to DFW. 6 or 5-something. They got to be there at 3 o'clock. When I'm talking to the maintenance, the girls on the maintenance at DFW, and they wanted me to come to their team like Hubert. But that other guy saw that as a threat. And I wanted to come to their team. I wanted to come to the DFW maintenance team, and they stay in South Dallas. And I wanted to come to their team like, Hubert, come and work for us. But that racist manager saw conflict. And the black employee for Smart Cards saw conflict. You know what I'm saying? And those things, and people think we had it easy, and you complaining, but you don't know what y'all put us through. And those are the things that we have to understand. Like Miss Tammany, I saw this guy roll his eyes in the middle of the line. Governor Abbott, you the government, right? You can get the cameras. You got my check stuff from 2017, right? But let me tell you at DFW, when I'm talking to kids and I see, hey, how you doing? And they smile, let me help you with your luggage, and let me help you with the smart cards. The main thing this guy said, smart cards, he had the nerve to say one employee walked off the clock and stole the money, and the cops said, I see why they stole it, because your dumb, racist behavior. You know, Miss Tammy said something. She said, when he didn't call me back and he kept his employee. This is, and people want you to forgive why they still be racist, why they can do it again. I'm not giving you that chance, DFW. I'm telling Governor Abbott, I'm not giving you that chance. I'm not giving Governor Abbott that chance. I worked at Smart Cards. Miss Tammy, you know, he told me to walk away, and he had a racist attitude. He didn't want me there the first day, but they will fake their love for us and play like they want us in there. And that's what these business. I'm not going down this road with you. Governor Abbott, there's nothing to do with Dallas. There's nothing to do with the mayor. There's nothing to do with your community. Your community, your business want to change. I'm asking for something. I'm asking for something. $4,000, I'm asking for something. I'm going to ask you for something again. I'm asking for something. They can have it with their racist lying black people and that white man at DFW airport. You got the cameras. Look at my check stubs. And I want you the government, right? You want that? Look at it. I want you to see when I first went into orientation, see that white man, see that black man, jealousy. See what that man coming. I deal with customers before. And I had to understand, I had to make the customers smile even when they kids and I see them smile. You know what they call me? That black man that was jealous. And I know I ain't that because I worked in customer service. When I see kids with toys and jealousy coming from smart cards, how can I help you with the balls play basketball? When I saw other kids in there, I didn't get mad at them playing with the basketball in Walmart. How y'all doing? As long as y'all staying out of trouble and not stealing nothing, you can play on the bikes all you want. My kid wanted the bike. I took my kid to the Walmart and he wanted the bike. He wanted to get the feeling for the bike. So that didn't matter to me. But when black people start assuming things and start calling things out as a black man and racism at DFW, that's what's going on here. But I didn't have that at the American Airlines Center and at the international side. We got along. They wanted me to be on their team. Minutes later talked. It's the smart cards. That's the people that I had the problem with. That's the racism. They faking their love for us. And I'm not taking no for an answer. God is not taking no for an answer. He's not taking all for your community. We're not taking no, and they wanna lie and have their problems and their attitude. No, this is us. This is about us, God said. This is about us. DFW, and shout out to the people that sell the tickets. You know what this guy told me? He said, Hubert, look at all of the people that I talked to. And he tried to get me to talk to them. But this man saw jealousy. You know what Miss Tammy said when she called me? And she told that racist white man and that black person, he knows my brother at DFW, right? He saw me at the 7-Eleven. He know my brother D, right? That work at Smart. You know he stared at me at that 7-Eleven, right? That I got arrested at and he stared at me, right? What if I tell you to look at the cameras? Look at that same person every day. He's black and he got an attitude because he was racist, right? He was shocked to know that was my brother, right? Right? He was shocked to know that was my brother, right? Look at the 7-Eleven where the guy said in the business where the camera at. When I got into a fight at that 7-Eleven where I got stopped at that on Midway when I got arrested in 2019. Go back. I want you to see something around that time. God said, I want you to go back and see how that black racist man was acting. I want you to go back. God said, I want you to go back. I want the justice to pin man to hear me. I want you to go back and see all of my thing at that 7-Eleven. And I want you to see a black person. I want you to see the truth, God said. The truth out of it. The truth out of it. I want you to see it out of it. You know, Mr. Troy. Troy was my barber. Troy, he had a barbershop. And he used to always tell me, Hubert, they like you. Give them a chance. But the more I give women a chance, they go to the next nigga. Troy used to always cut me. He used to always be by Smith, across the street by the graduate, where they had graduation. They have the church, and they have the Party City and all the rest of it over there in Carrollton, Texas. And Rick worked at that Party City. They had the hair salon. They got all of that. And you got the gas station. They had all of those things. But Troy used to tell me, you're going to find it. But the women, the way they act, that's not my fault. We can be patient on where we want to go and be patient, but they so busy choosing and doing what they do. So it takes a man, why a man, and the girl that said on Twitter, she said, when I was Twittering everybody, Ice Cube and everybody on Twitter in the NBA and the Women League, and I came up with ideas for them. And the girl that said, I've been with a lot of guys that didn't treat me right, she gonna say she gonna show me. I'm not gonna give these women a chance. I'm not giving them a chance. Until Governor Abbott can put me, if he can put, if these fake women keep doing what they, I'm not gonna give a business chance to lock my spirit down with racism. I'm not giving you no more that chance. This is me. I'm not giving you that chance no more. I'm not giving you that chance no more. They can call me greedy. They can call me what they want. We going back to school. We doing things. We focus. I've always focused on school. But when Job Corps denied me while my teacher 3 times in school, they believe in me. And I know that's a purpose. Miss Dolores believed in me. And I'm not going to let Texas make a fool out of me. I'm not going to let them make a fool out of me. My teachers and them and everybody put too much work in me for you. The same time I was going to Creekview and I'm talking to this girl Aisha, I'm at going to Creekview and at Mary Grimes. But I'm still a Newman. I had 2 times to graduate at Newman Smith. That graduation picture not active. That graduation picture is not active in that Newman Smith. And people think with Big Nick and that is not active. So that's what we doing, right? That's the understanding we doing, right? We have to understand what those confirmations and how we do things, right? Those are things that we have to understand, and we do things and how things are compromised. But I'm not going to play this game with you and let you ruin me and lie. And she turned and laughed. The state attorneys, they better stay away from her. We walking away from your lies and trying to break my mindset. We walking away from racism lies. I don't think that would stop your rights. Because they can say the jurisdiction in there. I don't think that would never harm your rights. They would never harm your rights. They would talk to each other in the computer. Hold up. Where he is from? So I want the understanding of it. Let me tell you, we talk about many things. Remember, I want a woman to give me permission to touch her. If not, baby, I stay to myself and keep my money to myself. I want a woman to give me permission. If she can't give me permission, I don't know what to tell you. That's the problem. A woman got to give you permission. And I don't want a woman to feel like just because I have money that'll make me force something. No, I want you to give me permission. Lean on me like you lean on God. Lean on me like you lean on God. Hug me like you love God. Understand me. They say they love Boosie like they love Tupac, but who gonna love me like they love God? And that's the understanding of those things. I've been on here talking to y'all all night. I can feel your spirit in the car moving at 142. I can hear your car. I can hear the sounds of your car outside in the spirit of you passing through in your car. It's something with God. Catch on to the spirit. I think every police officer should have that. I think with that, but you need to let them invest in a pay raise. I think I had this idea where if I was a Walmart CEO and I would let people invest in a full-time raise, and I would have to pay you or what you put in. Average American could be making $100 an hour, $130 an hour. An average American. An average American can be making $130 an hour just full time if you let them put their money into their full time, and they can stop at any time. So I'm a full time employee, and I'm telling you, they start me off at $20, $25 an hour, or whatever that is, or $18 an hour, and they allow me to put $20 in. 40. I'm talking about full time wages. An average American get paid 40-40. When an average American get paid 40-40, why not give them that option to put into their 40-40 hours, right? I worked at Walmart and I got my stocks, right? And I got my savings account. What if I want to put into my full time? So I would put $20. All that money gonna come back to you when you leave. It can go into your Social Security when you leave. So they can't keep that money at the end of the day. All that they're paying you, it can go to your Social Security, right? That you putting in to your pot. Right? Let me tell you, rent is not cheap, guys. You got $1,000 by yourself. You got $1,000. A renter costs $1,000. Rent is not cheap. You got electric, you got cable, you got things that you need as a necessity. Those things needed. If you want to focus on school and do those things, you got to make sure you have the weapons that you need. If I want to focus on school, I got to make sure I have the weapons that I need. Now I want to back moving on my own. I want to have sure I have the weapons that I need, and I don't have to depend on some. I'm not going to give these jobs a chance to hurt me again. That's not what is going to happen. I refuse to let that happen. I refuse to let that happen. And I want to tell Yellow Breeze, this got nothing to do with you or them. This is something to do with me and Governor Abbott and Senator Ted and Joe Biden. This is nothing to do with y'all. Y'all can have the little line hip hop if y'all want to have it. But this is something to do with me and them. It's nothing to do with you. And I want Yellow Breezy to know that. It's nothing to do with your lies. And you and Trap Boy Freddy and Boosie. Trust me. Soon as we buy Big Gates, get us a thing, and have me a tutor and have the people around me. I'm trying to get around a great personalities where I can do the theater, acting. DJ Khaled remind me of my theater teacher, Miss Kulo. Oh man, that was the eight, and I still have made it far on this journey. I still have made it far on this journey, God said. I have made it far on this journey. But I wanted to come on there where things at. You know, music gaming mansion. Oh man, I had a dream that Meet the Mirror was in it, and I still have. This is the biggest thing that nobody really understand. Oh man, it's music gaming mansion. Oh man, you know when I go in Nebraska Furniture in Plano, it reminds me of the Mirror. Cause I used to study the game. I used to study. I used to sit up there and 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 watch the Mirror play because I want my creativity to be shown. So I've been waiting to the show when I watch the Mirror play Assassin's Creed and play warfare games, and I sit up there because I've been waiting for this day to show it. So I finally got the chance. Go to my TikTok at Hubert HUBRT, get money, and I finally got the chance to show my creativity. I've been watching The Mirror for years on Warcraft games and games and play computer games. And I said, The Mirror, I like this damn game right here. He'd be happy as hell if he had to spin around game this big arcade that cost like $10, $20. And I had a dream of this music mansion building. But we're going to have, there's a lot that comes with it. No, I'm going to tell you another thing. Love, when you can walk around, I'm listening to my horoscope, walk around with your woman on her breath and never understand it. You know how Beyonce and Jay-Z, hey, I need to tell Jay-Z, I'm going to tell you about that, man. Jay-Z, you should not wipe your woman lipstick off. You better keep that. uh, oh, man, that was a moment right there that we saw right there that everybody liked it. Everybody just saw it and how Jay-Z acted. Oh, man. Yeah, I never take my woman lipstick off, man. She got her chapstick. I never do it. I never do it. I be going to this girl, Sagittarius. So I'm gonna be losing some weight again. Trust me. I just gotta move around and I gotta drink a little more healthy. But right now I'm trying to. It's gonna be done. I know I can do it again. Hey, she's saying the girl version, but a guy like it too.
Are you a Sagittarius? Honest, independent, optimistic, idealistic, generous, and so humorous.
I like this.
Are you a Sagittarius? Honest, independent, optimistic, idealistic, generous, and so humorous.
Hey, you need a contract, guys.
Honest, independent,
K3 Sisters Band.
idealistic,
You
generous,
need
and
a
so
you need a contract. I like your voice.
Are you
Optimistic, idealistic, generous, and so humorous.
At the K3 Sisters Band.
Sagittarius, honest, independent, optimistic, idealistic, generous, and so humorous.
I like that. I like that.
A road rage incident leads to this. An off-duty officer getting out of his vehicle with his gun drawn in the middle of Queens Boulevard, identifying himself as an NYPD officer, trying to hold two brothers in place while calling for backup. One of the men allegedly breaking the officer's rear window of his Kia, escalating the argument near 70th Street in Woodside. As the three struggle, the officer is pushed to the ground in a fight for his life, according to NYPD brass.
Two males on top of our officer, continuing to punch him and kick him.
And then suddenly, the officer's gun goes off twice in 10 seconds. The officer shot in the leg and one of the suspects in the hand. The third ran away and was arrested at the hospital. About 40 seconds later, officers from the precinct come rushing in, arresting the suspect and tending to the cop's wound. A road rage incident leads to this. An off-duty officer getting out of his vehicle with his gun drawn in the middle of Queens Boulevard, identifying himself as an NYPD officer, trying to hold two brothers in place while calling for backup. One of the men allegedly breaking the officer's rear window of his Kia, escalating the argument near 70th Street in Woodside.
I'm tougher than you. That's why you better run your office.
As the three struggle, the officer is pushed to the ground in a fight for his life, according to NYPD brass.
Yeah, but yeah.
Alright, so like y'all clicking up like anybody around here that we see it ain't really too many faces.
Just lay down. Don't be that got ripped out.
If I'm posted on the block, I don't want to be posted up on that, man. Fuck. I'm gonna have my motherfucking phone watching a movie. You niggas can watch and post the same. Look, I want my motherfucking tablet out. I want to have internet. I want my fucking tablet out or something. Fuck all that, man. Fuck all of that shit. Let me put on a Netflix or something while I'm sitting up there chilling with them niggas. Let me put it on something. Put my chair right there and watch a Netflix or something. Fuck all of that.
Clicking up like anybody around here that we see it ain't really too many faces.
Put on my Netflix and shit.
Have you splurged on anything?
Yeah, I splurged more than child support. Everybody listen up. Damn, I said that last time. Listen up, I'm finna show y'all how to hit a bank. Just pay attention, this is a quick way to juke in any state. First, you wanna get a bank log from a trusted site. Do your research because the information must be right.
Oh, every time I meet you, you got a different chick. Is Greg Mac ever gonna settle down?
I try. I just gotta meet like I said, the last I was just dealing with recently, like a week ago. We're supposed to see expect the baby, so we're gonna see how everything comes out. Make sure it's pretty nice. Because I would never see a dad being. I would see a deputy father like normally FBS.
A Grubhub delivery driver finds out the hard way.
I went to his house New Year's Eve 2 years ago, and I went to his house. I said, let's put the house. How much you want? They $50, all right? You had it in the morning, and we did that. And then we go back. I went to his house New Year's Eve.
I like that. I like, hey. But Wayne had to take him to court, though, to get it. I don't think that we're gonna